What were you doing in the swamps?
Uh, Washing the beaches.
He lives in a he's got a whole
I,
lake and a swamp area. He
I,
wants to turn
yeah,
into.
I've built a swamp set for my YouTube channel
Oh, nice.
for the Uncle Goat Show, and uh, Chris and I are working on Goat Productions. We've sort of kept it under wraps. We're not really sure if we're ready to lay it out there yet. We've got our logo done, and but it's just me and Chris so far. We can't get any really. Maybe this interview could get us a couple of other people that would be reliable with wanting to actually do something.
No, I'm sure it'd be good. So what here? Give me just a second to get
Uh,
my camera set up to make sure I got everything going. Um,
and Chris didn't tell me who you are that is interviewing, so I want to keep it that way. That way, it'll be sort of more of a organic interview. And that
all right,
way,
that sounds good.
I don't know what your channel is or anything until after the interview.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good. All right, is my video still not on?
It was, well, I don't know. I never did see it. I
No,
think I
no,
seen a
it's not
flash for a
on.
second.
But if you, it's not on. If you don't want it on, it's okay.
Yeah, it's
Well,
cool either way. Whatever. If you want to do just video or audio, it doesn't matter to me. I'm fine either way.
all right. Well, if I let me see, I would like
Uh,
to get myself on video, but if I can't, it's not a big deal. I've
okay.
already got it screened. I've already got
Yeah.
my computer
Chris,
screen.
I would like for you to record it to go on Goat Productions if you
Yeah,
are able
I'm
to.
recording right now. It doesn't show me, but I'm recording all this right now.
Okay, so what it just shows me and
It
y'all's.
just shows you in the bottom. It don't show nothing because he's not on
Uh,
there. But I'll.
I'm gonna see if I can get Google to hook up my Bluetooth to this so I can hear y'all better. Hey Google, connect to Bluetooth, please.
This device is already connected to iPhone. You can ask me to disconnect it.
Hey Google, disconnect iPhone.
Got it. Bluetooth is disconnected.
Hey Google, connect to iPhone.
Sure. Looking for paired devices. Bluetooth is connected to iPhone.
Try talking now, Chris. Testing one two.
I'm talking. I'm turning my
Yeah.
mic up and down when I have to talk because it's gonna make some
Yeah,
reverb.
I'm not going to be able to get my Bluetooth, so I may have to sit pretty close to the camera to,
Okay, that's all
to
right.
to be able to understand. I'm hard of hearing, and this iPhone is hard of talking.
No, I'll make sure to project my voice as best I can too. All right.
Oh, that works very good.
All
I'm
right.
used to Chris mumbling, but mostly over Messenger.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like I'm not able to get my camera on, but if that's okay with you guys, that's no big deal to me.
That's cool with me. The I just go with whichever timeline we end up in.
All right.
Because right now it's Schrodinger's interview. I know nothing about it except for what little Chris told me, and that wasn't much.
Would you like any background on like what we're actually working on right now, or just keep it?
Nah, just interview me, and then you can tell me afterwards. That way, I'm not all weird.
Okay. Sounds good. So, I guess this is
Interview me, and then I'll interview you back. I guess.
okay. Sounds good. Um, so I guess we can start off with this is I think this is going to be a question I'm going to ask everybody I'm able to get in touch with for this. But how would you describe Hulk Kid, whether the character or the series as a whole, in one sentence?
Hulk kid in one sentence.
Yeah.
Oh, are we interviewing right now?
Yeah, if you're ready, if you need a
Yeah,
moment.
that's fine. I didn't do my homework. He sent them to me, and I read over them one time, but I didn't. he sort of sprung this on me this morning, and then I ended up here, and he just Chris is very good at saying, "Do it now, do it now, do it now,"
Yeah, we're ready now. Do
and
it now. We got 10 minutes. Do it.
and I have to slow him down because his genius, he doesn't realize the genius that I guess I could describe it in one word better than I could in one sentence. Just the what he put together there, and the way, I mean, when I first heard of it, Hulk Kid, and then I seen the way he just slapped, like cut and paste uh, a collage together there. I thought that was the most absurd thing I'd ever seen when I first met him at the YouTube conference in Atlanta, and he had got to 50,000 views. So, they put us down there, and then they put us both on the same team,
Mm.
and we was also on the team with the the soap queen from Fort Payne, Alabama. Shout out to what is her name? Do you remember her name, Chris?
No.
Kimberly. Kimberly
Yeah,
McNutt.
Kimberly.
Yeah.
The,
She's
the,
got the Crystal Sage Emporium in Fort Payne, Alabama.
did you say she was the soap queen or the soak queen?
Well, I said soap, but she uses that soap to soak plenty of things, I'm sure. Uh, we've got an interview on YouTube. It's uh, my let's see, 2016 presidential debate. That's what when we were at the YouTube conference, and they put us on teams. They told us we had to come up with a skit within 30 minutes, and then film the whole thing, and then come back out there and present it uh, on the big screen to everybody in the audience. So uh, we, Chris and I had never met, and I had just met Kim that day. She had called me 2 days before and said, "Hey, I'm going to the YouTube conference, and I've got to have Uncle Goat on my arm to go to the YouTube conference in Atlanta." And I said, "Well, let me ask Lorna Lou if we can go." And I didn't know that her and Lorna had known each other for years, and they had sort of a contentious relationship, but they were friends, and we all ended up going to Atlanta together. And so Chris and I just seen he was Hulk Kid, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what is Hulk Kid? He looked like a very snooty aristocratic city slicker to me, and there we was sitting in Atlanta and all of that. And so, but when he started talking, he was throwing them ideas right back and forth, and we couldn't figure out exactly what we was going to do. And I said, "Well, I've been running for president, Vote Goat 2020, and everything on my YouTube channel. So why don't we just do my first presidential debate down here, and you can be the moderator, Chris?" And Chris, he jumped on that and run with it. He had them questions written down, and Kim decided she would be the other candidate. So we was doing my first presidential debate in Atlanta, and so we done that, and then Lorna was the other interviewer, and then but Lorna, and you could see the tension. I look back on it now, the tension between Lorna, and Lorna had told me that Kim had a crush on me, and I didn't believe that was so. I thought that was just silly, but you could tell in that she was getting mighty. My son that plays on the YouTube channel, Little Bob, he's 19 now. He watched that interview uh, recently, and he said Papa, that was pretty rough. That woman was after you real bad. And I said, well, Lorna always said that, but I didn't believe it. And I went back and watched it with him. That was pretty ridiculous what was going on there. But anyway, I'll quit telling. She's already gonna probably shoot me for all of that, but she ain't talked to me in a couple of years anyway. So it'll give her a reason to give us a call, won't it, Chris?
So that kind of answers my first question too, which just goes was would just have been going back to when you and Chris first met. Um, do you have do you guys still have a video of that skit somewhere
Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel, the
on
Uncle
your
Goat
YouTube?
Show on YouTube.
So how long have you been doing the Uncle Goat thing exactly?
Well, uh, do you want the long version or the short one?
I could take the long if you're willing to tell it.
Oh well, if you're willing to listen, I've been. My grandma always would ask me when she got tired of listening to me. She'd say, "Are she'd say, Clint, are your jaws tired?" And I'd say, "No, Grandma. Why?" And when I got about 13 years old, when she'd ask me and she'd say, "Well, my ears are," I finally realized that Grandma was telling me to be quiet. So so anyway, what was the question again? Oh, how long?
Yeah, how
You want
long?
the long version?
Yeah, the long.
Well, uh, I started the YouTube channel quite by accident in 2011. I started being called Uncle Goat uh, back in 2003. Uh, my niece, shout out to my niece Katie. Uh, she was like 2 or 3 years old there, and she always wanted me to sing a song about a goat to her. And me and my firstborn son had made up a song when he was little about a man who had a goat and ate his bright red coat. And at the end, I'd go back, and she started calling me Uncle Goat. And so one day, and before I started the YouTube, I had a traumatic brain injury in 2008, and that when I woke up from that, I I was scatterbrained, way worse than I am now. I'm pretty scatterbrained right now, but I had it had had a lot going on there, and that's how Uncle Goat come about. Because before I was Uncle Goat, I used to work in the trade centers in New Orleans, and
Mm.
Chicago, and Atlanta, and places like that with my own jewelry business.
Oh
But
wow.
after I had the traumatic brain injury, I wasn't able to do my sales and communicate with those city slickers anymore. I couldn't put on the mask of going in there and acting like I was somebody. I'm just Uncle Goat now.